morning. It's Relax and Paint Day for me, and I hope that it is for you. I'm doing this Wednesday morning, and I don't know what time you're watching it, but it doesn't matter as long as that it takes a few minutes of your time. These aren't very long, they're just quick and easy. Some relaxing notes I want to take with you, talk to you about, and a little bit of pleasure as we're painting. Um, so, I came up with a few things along the way that people say, just show me that real quick again. So I want you to be positive. I want you to believe you can do this. It does take some practice. So I didn't do this overnight. I spent like 35 years of painting. And sometimes I want to pinch myself because I have so many people around the world painting with me. And so they just had that little bit of desire to learn how to paint. And some people were painting more difficultly, and then they found me. And I kind of simplify it. So if you're out there and you really would like to paint, or you have teenagers, I was just at a convention with lots of teenagers and moms that came together and grandmas, and they bought these beautiful paint kits for their children. So, by the way, I have those. They're Let's Paint kits with Donna Dewberry. And so it has everything you need in a box except your surface. So, and with the multi-surface paint I'm using, you can do painting on wood, ceramic, metal, canvas, mirrors, glass, on anything. And you can have fun doing it. Not really on plastics. It doesn't stay well on plastics. But it's multi-surface paint. And I have them on my kits. And I have them all kinds of sizes of kits for you. Great for gift giving. That's on OneStroke, OneStroke.com. All right. So, what I want to share with you today is a little bit of a landscape. I promised somebody, a few somebodies, that I would do some landscapes. So it's a little bit of a landscape, and it's got a palm tree in it, some water. So I just want you to see how I address simple paintings and have fun while I'm doing it. Are you taking a deep breath and relaxing this morning? Sit back and rest and think all during the day. If you don't get to do it right now, think about, I can't wait till I get home to try that with Donna. All right? So I talk sometimes to you spiritually. I want to talk to you about Satan's toolbox. And Satan's toolbox is discouragement. So I don't want any discouraging thoughts when you're painting. I don't want you to say, I cannot do this. All right? Because it might take a little bit of practice, but I promise you, you can. All right? I got poofy eyes this morning. Anyway, relax. Every time you're stressing, I want you to take a deep breath, because I want you to feel the pleasure, not discouragement, in painting with me today. All right? So let's go to the overhead camera. Let's move it over here, and we're ready to go. Now, I just picked a quick and easy scrapbooking piece of paper to work on. I've got wicker white, sap green, this coffee latte, and burnt umber for the trunk of the tree. This cobalt blue and white, it's going to be some clouds and some water. And I threw yellow in case I put a little bit of a sun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. We're just going to create this together. All right. So I have a, let's get a flat brush here. I'm going to get a flat, 3/4 flat. You'll see I've got a mixture of brushes today. I've got my signature brushes, and they come lavender. Then I have my dark green brushes. These are good beginner brushes, the dark green handle. And then I even have a fantasy brush in here. So if you're out there trying to say, what is she using? I have multiple brushes. I'm using some of all. So I'm going to pick up some white because I want a light blue. Now I dampen this brush first. Then I lay it on the paper towel and get all the water out. I just lay it down like that on the paper towel. And then, so this is a flat, 3/4 flat. All right. And I'm going to decide where the horizon is going to be. So let's say my horizon is going to be right in here. All right. So I'm going to do this like if I was doing a greeting card. Now, what I'm going to do is I have this fluff, this medium, that's inside the paint with no pigment. So I'm going to pick up that medium instead of water, and I'm going to get this strong horizon line. Now, a horizon line is really straight, and that could be way up high for a water line in the ocean, or it could be really at the bottom of your painting. But this one's going to be 2/3 down. And I'm just going to come in here and just make it go off to nothing on the sides. All right. Now I keep getting some medium. And I want it a little bit darker in the background. A bit darker as we go forward. I'm going to keep picking up a little bit of medium, a little bit of white and blue. All right, I can also just streak some white, a little bit of white back over this. Oh, all right, I should have taped it down. So guess what that means? That means I've got to come up and bring my horizon higher. See, don't you like it when I make a mistake? All right, it's easier to turn your canvas or your piece sideways to get a straight line. Did you know that? Because when you go side to side, it's hard to do that. All right, so this is because my brush slipped. And we're going to come straight down. See, my little finger is helping me pull. I'm trying to get as straight as I can get. And I use a sponge to do this when I'm on a canvas. All right, so we're okay. Let's see, I came down a little bit here. We don't want to come down. All right. All right, now I'm going to come down this way. Now I can even pick up some white with coffee latte, put a little bit of beach sand in here. Now just imagine doing this really quickly on a little greeting card. You can go get watercolor cards, get pre-made pretty cards. I like to go to Hobby Lobby for the 50% off coupon. Sorry. And do the 50 cards for $9.99 with envelopes to match, and then create something pretty right on the cards. And they're already pretty cards, so there's some ombre ones. All right, so there's the water, there's sand for the beach, and this is a green yellow background. One of the things I wanted to do is I can just leave it like that. I'm going to take my dry scruffy. I don't want this first, all right? This is my 3/4. I'm going to come up here and get a little bit of white. And I'm going to get a little bit of clouds. All right. Now I could come underneath the clouds and kind of go back and forth. All right. A little bit more. This is thick paint. They bellow at the top. You can use a smaller brush too. But see, and this is just pure white. Now, if you have a pretty yellow or soft blue background and you come in with some white clouds, I want you to see that don't just do balls. See how they come out? All right. And then a little tip, as they get don't know what's on here. As they get lower to the horizon, to the ocean, they would be smaller. I can just do the edge of the brush. All right. So that would be they're close and they're going away. All right. Now I can't put this in the water now, but I might use it for a little bit of something else. All right. So now I'm going to pick up a 12. Maybe, yeah. All right. So before I do my trunk, I just realized I need to do something else. Before I do that, I'm going to come with this 12 with white. And I'm going to, I definitely need water, a medium, because see, that's so dry. All right. So I'm going to get some more medium. I'll pick up white. I want you to see that I'm going to sputter this along the bottom. So I'm laying the brush. See, I picked up white on that corner. I'm going to lay it and I'm going to drag it and it sputters along there. All right, so it kind of looks like a little bit of a wave. So it's just fun little tricks. White, lay it down, and then rub in the blue. All right, just a little quick little hint. I can take the medium and rub it in though. See this in here? It's a little bit more than I wanted. I'm just taking that medium. Okay, so more medium and just white. And we're going to take some blue and white up onto the sand. See the water? All right. So one of the things I do is I pick up some medium and the white again, more white on the edge. And I like to take that white all along that edge a little bit more. All right. Okay. All right. So you can see that's pretty quick. It's not a difficult painting. Are y'all relaxing? I hope you are. I want you to enjoy this. Now, I'm going to put a palm tree here. And I'm going to say, like, I want where I want it to start. I want it to start there and curve down to here. And that's not very straight, but it's okay. That's just a line of where I'm going to put it. I can also decide I'm going to make a little bit of a sun. So I got a little bit of white and yellow, moon yellow, wicker white on, where's that medium right there? On a 12 flat brush. And I can take, and I can have the moon, the sun coming out from under this cloud. A little bit. All right. So a little bit of yellow in there. But guess what I do then? All right. Then I'm going to have the sun hit here. You see how I'm laying the brush down? And I'm sputtering across here. Just put a little bit of yellow, so the yellow is reflecting. If it gets to be too much for you, just wash that out and take off little bits with a wet brush. So I'm on paper. Look at this. This is scrap looking paper. And I can take, there, I can wipe that out. That kind of fun? All right. So let's go back to our trunk. I'm going to pick up burnt umber and double load right between the two. This 12. I didn't really wash this brush because it's fine. And I want you to see, I'm going to turn this upside down and I'm going to just take and pull it down a little bit heavier as I go. All right. So a little bit heavier. All right. Now I want to cover this a little bit better. I can also grab little bits of white and just have the white coming down along, like the sun might be glaring on it. You'll see that? Watch. Because the trunk sometimes is textured. Put it along there. All right. We also can have some grass. A little bit of seagrass, which the seagrass, I'm going to pounce here with everything that's on that brush. All right. Seagrass might be brown, tan. I made a little bit of green. All right. Now I have this really great specialty brush, and it is a rake brush. And then my signature brushes, the rake brush, is it's got little bristles that are half in there, and then the other rest of the brush is solid from there down with full brushes. So these solid ones push these, or they would just be limp. And then these are going to make the palm fronds for us. All right. So I have a whole relax and paint on fan brushes and rake brushes. So you can go experiment with this brush. See those little, right there, the little hairs? All right. So let's do our palm fronds. Now, I'm going to pick up a little bit of water and grab some of the green. I can use medium, but I don't want to get too much medium when I'm doing the rake brush. All right, so I'm going to do like an umbrella where I've got the little pieces. I want to make sure I have some that hang down along the trunk. All right, and so what I do, I want to kind of miss the sun. But if you were looking at the underneath of the umbrella, you would see these guys. All right. Now, also, usually we make them too short. So I want you to see that this is just where I want it to be. But if I bring it down and a little bit larger, it's going to look like it's closer to me. And this palm tree is way close up on the beach, okay? So there's two brushes, a fan brush, which is a specialty brush also, or the rake. All right. So I am going to show you that I wet this brush and I go right over here and I do pick up two sides, the sap green, and then I can go nick it into the yellow. All right. I want to show you one with this brush, and then I'll use the rake brush to show you the difference. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down and pull. Let's get close. You're going to go along this and get along the frond that the line that you made. Then I can go along here and start dropping them. So I touch it and drop, touch and drop, touch and drop. So that makes, it's got yellow and green on it, and that gives you a good palm frond pretty fast. But if you're a little uncomfortable and you're not sure, you can start with a rake brush. It's got a little bit more control. Grab some yellow or some white. All right, let me show you what happens with this. I'm going to come, I like to start here at the end first, because then if people get the end of these too big, but if you start little and then you slide and drop, then you can work with it. But if lots of people get really heavy out here and then you can't fix it, it ruins your whole painting. All right, so this just has a little bit more control. All right, so I'm going to turn this, and sometimes at the very top there are just little new growth that hasn't opened, or there's these that I do the top, then I get a little bit bigger, and we have some of these that are starting to open up. Now what I want you to see is that I'm only doing one side because it looks funny to have both sides open. Have I taught you anything you didn't know yet? Well, let me show you. We're going to overlap palm fronds. All right, so I'm going to get some yellow and green. I'm going to touch it, pull, slide, pull. So this could be your back ones. All right, the back fronds. And the other side's going to hang over instead of splitting it two ways. This is going to look way better. So I can come on top now, and I can do some yellow and white. All right, so the dark green's underneath, and this is on top. I can do the same thing here. I'm just going to grab some white and just put a little bit of highlight. I'm going to keep going, and then you'll see what we need. All right, so these are hanging down. All right. I don't like that crooked. There we go. Now I made that a little muddy, so I'm going to come in and put some yellow or something on top to brighten it up. All right, let's go over here. Now this is just a fun, look how fast you do a palm tree. All right, and you want different colors. That's what makes this pretty. So you come down, slide down the palm frond, slide, drop as you come down. All right. I like to come back in there and just hit it with some color to give it dimension. All right. Now you might find, I want you to play with your fan brush. It's a number 4 fan brush. I want you to decide what you like better. And tell me. I think the rake brush will help you control better. But the fan brush is quick and easy. All right. So, look at your painting. Now, I'm not going to worry about this being perfect in here. I can come in here on just the chisel of this brush and throw some more in here. All right. And I even have some brown hanging sometimes because palm frond, you get these dead ones that are hanging here, especially if they're out along a beach. It's not maintained. The brown ones hang. All right. So there we go. You put a couple little birds flying, and there we are. This is my relax and paint with you today. Hope you enjoy it. Love you guys. See you next week.